Well, Amber Grosch is here today. We're having a little trouble with her microphone, so we're gonna work on that. And then also, she brought with her today the Lucky, who is 7 years old, and he is a domestic medium hair brown and tiger mix. And one of the things we're gonna be talking about is the fact that he is hard of hearing too. So I'm gonna move closer to you, Amber, so hopefully people can hear you off of my microphone too. But give us an idea, what are maybe some of the special considerations you might have then? Because, and I should say what his name is too, this is Lucky. But because Lucky can't hear, what are some things we need to keep in mind?
He's not going to be able to hear things like your normal cat. People approaching him, he's not going to be able to hear that. He's not going to hear you calling for him. So he's definitely just going to need somebody to be respectful that he can't hear anything.
Okay, so we'll have to keep that in mind. And then also he's going to need to be an indoor cat too.
Yes.
So we have to keep that in mind. So we'll give you more information about Lucky in just a moment. But also, it is vacation season. So lots of families go on vacation this time of year. And something we need to talk about is whether you have a cat or dog or some other kind of pet in your home, you do have to think about if you're going to be traveling with them, what are some things we should keep in mind?
You're going to want to make them as comfortable as possible. Make sure you bring your vaccination records just in case you were to need them for any reason. Also things that are going to make them comforted. They're in a very unfamiliar place, and especially a cat's definitely going to be stressed out traveling.
Okay, and then what about if you're going to leave them behind? Whether you decide you're either going to kennel them or have a sitter come over, a pet sitter.
Again, maybe making sure that all their stuff in their home is normally like it is. If there's any medical concerns, let the pet sitter know. Vaccination records again, things like that. Maybe dislikes or likes if they don't know your animal that well.
Okay, and maybe even bring them over a few days ahead of time and let them get to know each other for sure. And then one more thing too about Lucky, he is 7 years old, but he is already neutered and he's ready to go.
Yep.
What do we know about him as far as the best type of home for him?
I think he'll do good in a home, maybe with older children, not young kids who are going to come up and surprise him. He does do really well with other animals, I think, just as long as they're respectful and can kind of be appropriate with him, not come up and bombard him from behind, but be appropriate.
But because you can tell he is very easygoing.
Yes.
I mean, he really is. So keep that in mind. So for more information about Lucky or any of the other pets that are available at the Humane Society, just go to cooleyhumane.com. And we'll be back in just a moment.